Hey, I'm Alex, I'm Marc's Usability. In this video, we're going to go over a Quantum Stretto. Now, this particular unit was manufactured in March of 2025, but it does have less than 1 mile of total drive distance on this unit. So once again, probably was never used by the end user, unfortunately. So if you're looking for a chair that has next to no usage, this is going to be the one for you. It does have a raspberry type color on the unit, and it is a mid-wheel drive. That means you have a solid 14-inch drive wheel in the middle. You have smaller 5-inch caster wheels in the front and about 6-inch caster wheels in the back. Now, Stretto stands for narrow in Italian. So it is going to be a narrow base at about 22 inches in overall width. I'm going to go over a couple things on the seat because your armrest might be wider if you go any bit bigger than a 17-inch back on the unit. But it is going to be a narrow base. This is typically made for a little bit smaller of a user, but it does have up to a 300-pound weight capacity and goes a little over 6 miles an hour. Now, this unit is going to have a 12-inch seat lift, electric tilt, electric recline, and electric legs. But before I get into that, I want to show you a couple more things on the chair. You are going to have built-in tie-down points in the front and the back, and you're going to have really nice suspension in the front and the rear as well. And then also, once again, you're going to have the solid tires, so you don't have to ever worry about a flat on the unit. Now, first function I'm going to show you is you can do it through the joystick, or you can do it through these 4 buttons right here. I'm going to show you the seat lift first. So if you press and hold this seat lift button, the chair will begin to elevate up to 12 inches. Top left-hand side of your screen, you will have a green circle that will then show a picture of an eyeball. What that is telling you is you are at an eye level type seating, so it is going to reduce your speed a little bit, but I will show you here at the end of the video me driving this around in the elevated position just to kind of show you the stability on the unit. Now, once you're at seat to ground height, when you're elevated, you're about 30 inches to the top of the pan, and then to the top of the cushion is going to put you at about 33.5 inches, give or take. The reason why I mention that is there are going to be different size seat cushions in height. So based on whatever cushion you put on here, you're going to adjust off of that 30 inches if it's a 2, a 3, or a 4-inch cushion. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring the seat back down. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to show you that you also have a swing away joystick. Now, the joystick's on the right hand side, but it can go on the left, and the joystick can swing left or right. So we are going to be able to configure that to your needs. But in this video demonstration, it is going to be on the right hand side. But a swing away joystick is great to push the joystick out of the way so that if you did not have this tray on, which I'll go over here shortly, then you'd be able to pull up closer to a table or push off the armrest and not have your joystick kind of in the way. Next function I'm going to show you is going to be the electric tilt. So electric tilt is going to be when the back and bottom go back together at the same time. What this is doing is this is taking pressure off the lower half of your body, applying it to your back. And what that's doing is that's helping increase circulation throughout the lower half, which would help people that have issues with pressure type sores because it's obviously taking all that pressure off your lower half and applying it to your back. Now, while you are in the elevated or in the tilted position, you are also able to elevate the legs to get your legs above your heart, which is what I'm going to show you here. This is necessary for some individuals. They are supposed to be tilted with their legs above their heart for certain diagnoses, and this is what you would look like if you were tilted back and you had your legs up. Now, once again, you can do it through the joystick or through the buttons, so just for ease, I already had it set up on the joystick, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring that tilt back down. And then I'm going to show you the last function here, which is going to be your electric recline. So electric recline is going to be pretty straightforward. That is just basically your back going back. So if you want to lay back and kind of sleep in the chair, you can kind of see what it looks like. I will mention, top left hand of the screen, you are going to have a green circle. When I started reclining or started tilting, it turns into a red X. That means you're in a non-safe driving position and the chair will not move. So if you ever do see a red X on the screen, get more to an upright seated position, and then you would be able to drive the chair. But this is what you're going to be looking like here if you had your legs out and you were reclined back in that kind of sleeping type position. Now from here, I am able to do 2 functions, the recline and the legs at the same time, just to get more, to speed up the video a little bit, but you can do these individually, but just for time constraints, I am doing them at the same time. And so right now there's still a red X, but right about here, now it went back to a green circle, so you are able to now drive the chair. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this chair onto the front, and then I'll kind of go over some more things on this particular unit. So this unit does come with a lap tray. So this is a clear tray. They also make a black tray. This is clear. The tray is going to measure about 13.5 inches in depth and about 14.5 inches in width at the widest point. Now that's because they do make different widths of trays, but due to the constraints of this unit only being 16.5 inches in between the arms, that's the widest tray that can go on there. We do also sell these trays individually with the brackets that are needed. Tray's very nice. It does just lift off, and there are going to be many different adjustment points to move it closer or farther away from the user, and the height and the tilt of the tray. So it's very easy. It does just drop right on. And it is a very sturdy tray that you can eat on or put your computer on or anything else you might want to utilize it for. A tray could be an awesome addition to your quantum chair. Once again, this one comes with it, but we also do sell those individually. I'm going to take the tray off just so I can do a couple measurements on the unit. So what we have here is this current seat is 18 inches wide by about 19 inches in depth. That's going to make the overall width of this unit about just under 23 inches in width. So why I mention that is, yes, your base is 22 inches, but due to the size of the seat, you are about 23 inches in overall width, which typically in most homes, you're going to have at least 31 inches of opening to go through a door frame. So that should not be any issue. When we are selling these chairs as well, we're going to send you out a measuring chart, and we're going to get certain measurements so we can adjust the width, the depth of the seat, the back, the height, and the width. Obviously the joystick, the leg length, a couple different measurements. When we send it to you fully assembled on a pallet, it's pretty much going to be ready to go. Foot plates do flip up for easy access to get in and out of the chair, but they are individual foot plates, and those are a little bit smaller of foot plates because this is probably set up for a smaller person, but we can also adjust the foot plates if this is the type of chair that you are looking for. So now if you would, go ahead and follow me outside. I'm going to do a little driving demonstration on this unit. All right, so what we have here is the Stretto. This is a narrow unit. I put the tray back on just to kind of give you a visual, but you can see the Stretto has a very small turning radius. I'm 6 foot tall, 210 pounds, and I still fit inside these seat dimensions. Tray could probably sit up a little bit higher, but this is what your tray would look like. I believe the unit goes about 6 miles an hour, so let me go over here, get a little head start, and kind of get you what that top end speed is going to be. Yeah, about 6.2 miles an hour is what we were looking at, top end speed. And then this one does have 12-inch seat lift, electric tilt, electric recline, electric legs. So I'm gonna go ahead and elevate the seat up now. The seat lift is a great function to have to be more visible if you want to cross crosswalks. You just want to be more that eye-to-eye level connection with individuals, or inside your home if you want to access your upper cabinets, look down into pots and pans while you're cooking, be able to do dishes, different things. The seat lift is a very useful function to have on a chair. It does reduce the speed. You are going to be about 3.7 miles an hour, somewhere in that range with the seat elevated. So obviously you can see me still driving the chair while it's elevated. It does have a narrow base, but you can see at 6 foot, 210 pounds, it's still very stable even when the seat is elevated. So it's not really something you have to be concerned about. It is a very stable chair. So if you're looking for one that is going to be narrow, lap tray, 12-inch seat lift, electric tilt, electric recline, electric legs, even a little bit of lights on the fenders as well, with under a mile of total drive distance, then I'd go ahead and take a look at this Stretto.
Hi, I'm Mark.
And my name is Alex. We're co-owners of Marc's Mobility.
I started this company in 1995.
We sell many products, not just what you see in this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please call us at the number below at 800-677-6293. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.